The king with the crown. Yes, we do not retire with the crown. No, I am the king. Keep working. Yes, I am the police of the heavens. Yes, I am with the key. Hit them out to you. Yes, I don't got access to the garden. Yes, ain't no one going to take it from us. No, they be hating on us. Why is that? Because they're all Freemasons, just like the dad. They're really not builders. They're tear downers. Trying to tear everyone else down with them. Freemason piggles, fire goys. Military, young man, you'll be free from this. Shout out to the Skull and Bones and fraternities. Shout out to the sororities, all the scholars with the scholarships, learning things. Yeah. Shout out to Nicki Minaj Quad. We're gonna remix that. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. We're gonna fix it. Everything's good. Everything's great. That's what you know. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to let you know that you're too good. You guys are way too good. You guys, Nicki Minaj, she's anointed, just like Beyonce be spitting ape ben shits. The world's going ape shit because I'm done slay the ben shits, and it's a spiritual happenstance. Um, and anybody who's a scholar in theology and the learning of studying God, it's very easy to know. It's the Freemasons are fleshly. Freemasons are fleshly. Freemasons are fleshly. They do rituals. Yeah, there's probably rituals that probably got them stuck in hell and Satanism, and yeah, they probably got demons in them because of their rituals and touching corpses. Yeah, they probably do that to themselves, but they can't dictate to us what they're doing to us. Okay, what they're gonna do to us, we're not having that. Or we got a future, as we already know. Hip hop, R&B, AZ forever. We have a future, and I can do a lot of everything. I could sing and dance and rap, and I could preach, and I could draw, and I could drive cars, and I could be an entrepreneur. I could be a hard worker. I could hustle. I could do many things. I could be a soldier. I could be a general. I could do anything. I could do everything that's good and godly. You know, and um and and so what I'm saying is, I'm only here to get what God is doing. And I'm talking about God, not myself. What God is doing is He's just doing enough to get your attention, and as people are even, and shout out to my presidents. I want to say God bless America, God bless our presidents, God bless the boys and girls military, God bless boys and girls scholars, and God bless everybody everywhere in the nations, and God's people love God, and God is doing something. God wanted to get your attention. Specifically, I'm talking about hip hop right now. I'm talking about God's royal children and anointed prophets of hip hop, R&B, and music. Playing drums, Travis Barker, everybody, anybody who's anybody, and who loves music. Everyone else in the world, boys and girls in the bands, in high school marching band. Okay, God just wants. I love instruments too, and I want to get more into that. But it's just that preaching takes up so much of our time. That's the thing. The thing about this is that preaching takes up all our time. Learning and reading, as you can see, I'm gonna type that as a note. But yeah, well, God got His people's attention, and by me preaching with Nate, because there's a faker on here, or they're trying to set up somebody to be a faker. Preaching with Nate. God got His people attention by preaching with Nate. Me, Adam, preaching with Nate Duran, and God got His anointed children attention hip hop, R&B, and with prophecy even, and it's just that preaching takes up all our time, most of our time. Preaching takes up most of our time, and that's why it is the way it is. And we're doing just enough to get your attention, and even now it's better and worse because we have right now it's better because we have prophecy that's we have prophecy being fulfilled or being revealed to us and about to be fulfilled for us. We have prophecy being revealed to us that will be fulfilled for us, and 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 people were knowing about this, and I was not. And the prophecy is that it's a sleeper cell. So praise God for that. You see what I'm saying? So everybody knows this. The guy, he didn't know about the king prophecy. The real king doesn't know about the real king prophecy. The real king reveals and uncovers honeymoon. Okay, and shout out to Angie, I should call her Moonlight. Shout out to all my babes, all my girlfriends, all my girls, that every girl I know from school, from San Fernando, from everywhere. Everywhere. Shout out to all the girls I met on the party line from Washington, from Hawaii, and from Samoan girls. And every girl that I ever talked to and met, even if we were not talking for a while, uh, you're good. There was a girl named Star. She said she was 18 on the party line. She was somewhere in, I think she was in Whittier or something. Shout out to Star. Yeah. And just going way back, huh? And shout out to all the girls everywhere. And wait, let me fix my screen. And so, the king prophecy is just because right now I want to rebuke, I want to tear down I want to bust their bubble. I want to talk about some things, different things, but I want to just burst their bubble real quick to remind them, and they know that in the market, the workers go on the microphone and say, "Por favor, and can we get uno más? And can we get this? And can we get that?" And I say, violators, cockroaches violated me. Send them over here. Send them to my house. Come over. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your cockroachism and why you did what you did, and let's sit down and let's do a video and let's tell the world that I'm the king, and you're over here at Adam Duran's house because you're trying to get into his kingdom, and I'm gonna record it and post it. And so they haven't come over yet. It's been like a month at least. So apparently they don't want to get in that bad. They rather just sit in the sideline, comfortable, not getting hit. They don't want to get on the field. They don't want to. These are the things. The thing with these cockroaches, they don't like to get punched. They don't like to get kicked. They don't like to get hit. They're not players in the game. They're not players in the game. They're not on-field players. They're not even stringers. They're spectators and haters, and they're just wearing jerseys for no reason. Shout out to my babes wearing jerseys. You're a player in the game. Queen King. Shout out to my Queen Kings. Shout out to 49ers. Shout out to NFL, everybody. NFL to make them fall on that, to tackle them. Whoever gets the ball, you got to tackle their ass and make them fall down to the ground. And that's a good name for the league, I guess. It's just a word. It doesn't mean Nephilim all the time. So, that's just Freemasonry. They try to get in the minds of people. So shout out to the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, even the lingerie, the women's lingerie league, the LL, what is it called? The women's lingerie league. Let me go get it. The women's lingerie football. I gotta keep this picture because I gotta talk about that too. These are my notes. The LFL lingerie, the ladies football league or lingerie football league, or shout out to them. These girls are tough. These girls, you guys watch this? These girls are badass girls right here. And sexy. And sexy holy. tushy butts. So I'm into athleticism. Athleticism. Um, it's not necessarily she has to have a perfect body. It's just I'm an athlete. Athletes like athletes sometimes, and I like other girls too, not just athletes. I like big juicy girls that like to dance and cook food. I like everything. Okay, so we're talking about players in the game. Oh yeah, so these cockroaches aren't even in the game. They're talking about they're gonna take it and this and that. Man, I've been doing this all my life. I've been talking about the mark of the beast since the VCR tapes, since 1983. Evangelism Today. Shout out to Rudy Vasquez. And I hope your mom. I don't know if your mom's around still. Say hi to Carmen. I think that's his mom's name, and your uncle. And shout out to Rudy Vasquez and everybody from Evangelism Today, Assemblies of God, Arleta, San Fernando, and Pastor David Espinosa Jr., Mona, Pastor Rudy, Joshua, everybody, Chito, Little Chito, everybody, and Bernadette, all the youth from Azteca Theater, and Christians and prayer warriors were the players in the game. Okay, and shout out to sport athletes, shout out to everybody. But I'm just going to use this as a metaphor and illustrate something. I'm the quarterback. I'm the most valuable player. I'm a receiver. I'm a blocker. I'm a offensive lineman, a defensive lineman. I'm a rusher. I'm a blitzer. I'm a safety. I'm an interceptor. I'll intercept the ball no matter what. I'll get it. And in real life too. And in real life. Okay. And in real life, like I used to come home from San Fernando Junior High, and I broke my shoulder collarbone. My buddy, my friend, got me when I intercepted the ball. I came down on it and cracked my left shoulder collarbone, and I couldn't move my arm. It hurt so bad, and but yeah, we played this with no pads on and stuff, and I should we always 90% of the time won, and because I was just a schmoucher, cute little average sized boy, and seventh grade, eighth and ninth, and people didn't think much of me. I was a smart kid, and people didn't really think I was tough or anything or fast until we played football and handball and basketball, and then they whooped their ass butts. They whooped their butts, and I would always get the ball, and I would come home every day, and my dad would ask me, "So how'd it go today, son? Did you play today?" I said, "Yeah," and I would tell him the stories. I would tell him how I just spied the quarterback, jump in the air, slow motion, snatch the ball, come down with it, juke a couple guys, and be in the end zone. And he would ask every day in junior high. My dad would ask me, "How was football today, son?" And I would tell him stories, and I would have football stories every single day, pretty much. And so, now in the spiritual realm, I got stories to tell. I got more stories to tell, and not just street stories, but that's just because I live here. I'm not a gangbanger. I grew up in the hood and be around it and meet people, and I got along with mostly everybody. The real ones. I have no problem from the OGs, from the like uh, 10 years older. They're like in their 50s. They're like 56, 57. And they were like 20. I was like 10 years old. They were like 20 years old on the block. And they used to they used to look out for us. The OGs right here in the audio, they used to take us, me and Freddie Martinez, the one who lost Stephanie, who was support. Let me see if she was the one that was with the guy. This one, Stephanie Rodriguez. So I guess is that Ray's last name? Or is that the mom's last name? Okay, so, because her brother's Freddie Martinez, and They're brother and sister, and he was my friend. Every day I used to go play at her house, Stephanie. Okay, so I know her on the block. I'd be chilling with OGs and Ray, her dad. I would do push-ups I would do push-ups. I would do sit-ups and push-ups, and he said, um, he was into, working out. He had a couple nice tattoos, I think, and he was into working out. And he said, "Hey, do you wanna I don't, do you wanna do you wanna be sexy like me and get girls like me?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" But I already got girlfriends in elementary school. But yeah, sure, why not, Ray? Okay, come on, we're gonna do some push-ups. Okay, do another one, another one, another one. All right, sit-ups. Come on, another one. And so he got me going on push-ups and sit-ups, and then at school I'll do the pull-ups on the bars, or in the backyard too. And we had a swing set, and in the backyard too. And he really was awesome. Her dad was awesome, and Ray. I'm pretty sure that's dad, Rebecca and Ray, and that's Stephanie's the daughter, because I grew up with them. Is this the right article? And I don't know. I haven't talked to them. I don't know. I haven't talked to the family in a long time, so I don't know if this is even the right article on that. This one. Okay, so I haven't talked to the family, but I grew up with them. That was my friend. She was my friend's little sister. I remember when she was born. She was a cute little baby Judah, golden Judah girl, and uh, running around the house like Alexis and acting funny and being silly and so cute. And then this happens, and of course I know that there's cockroaches in the hood, that and the Piggles and the Freemasons, they like to snatch certain girls away and trap them in a certain lifestyle, and you know they want to trap people in a certain lifestyle, and that's not right, and that's really evil. And then the police show up and say, "We a gang shooting." Yeah, that's garbage, dude. These guys are garbage. You know, we the people are beautiful people. You know, and so this one says, I haven't read this one. I don't think. Let me see. It says last July. This was 2024. A 20-year-old. It says AutoZone. That's just over the tracks across the street from Denny's. Because that looks like the mall. So that, I don't know, this looks like the mall. So I don't know, the picture's not lining up with AutoZone. Unless AutoZone moved. Let's go look at the maps. The picture's not matching. And I don't know, you gotta read the article, but let me show you. So that's San Fernando Mall. And that might be by the restaurant, or that might be here. Okay, so AutoZone's over here across the tracks. There's Denny's. There's Denny's. And across the tracks right there on the left is Subway and AutoZone parts. So that's not even AutoZone. Okay, guys. I'm just calling out what I see, because, and I'm gonna show you on the maps. So that's the mall for sure, and that looks like a corner walkway. And this is either 1 or 2 blocks. That's either by Los Tres Hermanos, or let's go look at the buildings. There's the wall. Let's go look at the wall and the lights and stuff. So there's windows right there, arch windows. Okay. That says dentist. And we don't know how old this Google is either. But for sure that's the mall. And let's go look across the street. Wait. The wrong way. The other block. So that's the second block, and this is the other block. Oh, it could be the crosswalk too. It could be the crosswalk right here. See, there's a crosswalk in the middle of the block, and then okay, I see. I'll just go back down. It does look like this block right here. Look, crosswalk, bushes, or something. Let's see. That gym's right there. Also, that's the block where that's gym's right there. Okay, so it's the other way. We're just going the wrong way. It's the same block, so there's, go back to the first block. See the walkway? There's gyms, and they're over here like this. Okay, so whatever shops are there is there now, but I don't know if this Google Maps is updated, but it says August 2/24. Nevertheless, that's where it's at, because there's gyms right there. Okay. And so we're talking about that these guys are not even players in the game, because the king is a Pentecostal Christian born again, speaking in tongues. It's not a cockroach from a synagogue of Satan claiming to be gangbanging hood, but they're really snitching on gangsters, sacrificing each other, and trying to figure out who to cook next. That's a whole different ball game. That's not God's gospel. Let's go figure out who to cook next. Oh, we're gonna go after Claudio, and they said Claudio died too. Another guy, my brother's friend, I used to hang out with, and so that's the mall I show you. That's gyms. That's not even AutoZone. That is in between Mission and Maclay, and that's not AutoZone. So I don't know the story because I wasn't there, but I'm just showing you that doesn't line up with the picture. Don't match that. Okay. And also, this one says, last July, 38-year-old. So I was last year. I was 46 in August. I'll be 47 in a couple of days. My birthday's coming up. Oh dang, I forgot. Praise God. Every day is my birthday in Jesus Christ. She was 30, I was 46, so 8 years. So when she was born, I was 8. Me and Freddie were playing at 8 years old, 9 and 10. She was 2 and 3, running around the house acting funny. At 10, 11, 12 years old, we were playing like Nintendo and stuff. And his mom, Rebecca, would be like doing her hair in the bathroom, and then like we'll be all in the same room so she could watch the kids. and I guess we were kids too. I was kids too, so um, we were all in her room, like in the back in the main room, in the master bedroom, and we're playing Nintendo like Kung Fu, Super Mario Brothers, and Kung Fu, and she was like a little toddler running around acting silly, being funny, a cute little baby, just like Alexis, how she was when she was a baby, and so I know her, and since she was born, and I don't know her as a grown woman, um, and so, but nevertheless, God bless her because we're like family. God bless because we're like family, and her house is 2 houses down. The grandma's still there. The grandma's still there. I think she's still there. I haven't seen her, heard anything. So um, I know the parents been gone for quite a few years. They haven't been living there for quite a few years. They moved on to somewhere else. Um, and so probably since probably Freddie would turn 18 or something. Probably since '96 they've been gone. Probably. Um, I'm trying to remember. He was there. I remember going to church at 17, and I did go there. He was still there at 17, 18. And then um, somewhere after 17, 18, somewhere after 1996, they moved. And we lived our separate lives. And she was shot and killed in her home. She lived on Kewin, and I didn't even know that. And I don't know what block of Kewin. Let me see. Stephanie Rodriguez, 38. So this one says 2023. So I was 45 and she was 38. So that means she was 7 years younger. I was going to be 45 in the next month. I was still 44 then, and she was 38. I said. So where's the article? Daily News. I have to subscribe, or where's the article at? I'm trying to go back to Google, guys. It's not letting me. As you can see, it says Google, but it's not doing Google. Okay, there we go. This one talks about it. Detained Evelyn Torres. I guess that was Michael Torres. Let's see. 8 days after a mobster was killed, his wife was too. She was married to the other Michael Torres. I didn't know that. I'm trying to even figure out if I met him. You know, if he's even from the neighborhood here or from Sylmar or something. And I don't really talk to people, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious, my own questions. 8 days after they killed him, she's killed, and they were married. 8 days after Michael Torres, the Mexican mafia, or I'm just gonna say Moab Piggles puppet. A Moab Piggles puppet of Jesuit Rome with Michael Torres over here in the park now, who wanted to steal the letters. They're trying to play with letters, and they want to suck the souls of people. They think they suck the souls and letters of people. It's just ridiculous, and it might have to do with more stuff. Some guy was talking on YouTube about, if you type in the name, there is a guy talking about money or something. Supposedly there's a stash of money somewhere. But I don't really. My comment on that would be, the piggles scan everybody. The pigs are the gang. Um, the ones that move the pawns. The pigs and Freemasons like to move the pawns, and they're all pawns in the game, really. But they scan everybody. They know where the money's at. There's no secrecy. There's no secrecy that the Freemasons and the military and the piggles don't know as far as money. You know, if they're, you know what I'm saying? If everybody's being scanned by the Sacramento Police Department all the time, how do they not know where the money's at? Exactly. That's stupid. What that guy's talking about. Anything's possible, but if you look at it from my point of view, if the piggles are scanning everybody, they know where your money's at. They even know. Listen, when I locked my refrigerator, when my wife and daughter lived here, I had to lock it when we left the house. When we left the house, I had to put locks on the refrigerator because of the witches, and and I had to, and I was always home, but when we took her to school and stuff, I had to lock it, and so um, I had to do the combination locks with my eyes closed and not even look at the numbers because um, they were scanning the eyes. So I would pick a number. So I would pick. So I have. Let's say I got a master lock like this. I got a master lock with four digits, like this one. So I got a lock like this, and another one that is I could change the codes, and I could change the codes and stuff. So whenever they picked the lock, I had to change the code. So I got a lock like this one, and I would pick a number, four numbers. Then I would change each number by, let's say if I put 27, then I'll change it. I'll put 2, 1, 1 down, 1 up, 3 down, 3 up with my eyes closed. I would change the combination with my eyes closed, and it worked. And they couldn't read my mind because I was just counting digits. You see what I'm saying? I was changing the lock combination with my eyes closed, just counting digits up 2, down 1, up 2, down 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that because they were scanning my brain, and it worked. It worked, and then eventually they would pick the lock. Every time I would go open the lock, they're scanning my brain to see the numbers, and eventually they'll get in my fridge. And I have to go buy new food. Then I have to change the number. It's a lot of hassle. And still, they're still doing the same thing. There's still witches everywhere getting into things. Okay, so I don't leave no food in the fridge. I'm to the point where I don't even leave food in the fridge. There's no locks on the fridge or nothing. My kids my Alexis and Crystal not here, and I don't really have no need to put food in the fridge just for witches to go get it and mess it all up. And like yesterday, I left the salt for a minute. I left the salt, dude. I just bought a fresh salt, a big one. I got on sale, but it could have been a $4 or $5 sea salt, and I left it on the counter after I made dinner yesterday. When I was telling you guys, I left it over there, and I saw a witchy going in and out, in and out, in and out. And I said, oh shoot, my brand new salt. I had to go buy another one today. You see what I'm saying? So when I rebuke things, it's because they're still doing it. There's still witches everywhere trying to and bewitch us and fool us. So she was married to this guy. He was 59 and she was 38. And I didn't know that. He looks kind of familiar. I wonder if he went to church. I wonder how long he was arrested for. I wonder how long he's been in prison. You know. It says Evelyn Torres was distraught over her uncle's death. As this one says, her uncle, she got into an argument with Stephanie in the early morning hours. And I guess she had a gun. On Kewen Street. The house had served as more than a haven for his mother. I don't know what that means. More than a haven? What does that mean? More than a haven. I know what a haven is. A safe place. When Torres was last out of prison around 2005, 2005, detectives searched the 2-bedroom stucco house and found 6,000 stuff outside his coffee pot and 11,000 hidden in the crawl space, according to search warrants. That's nothing. With all the money they really got, they probably got pallets. Now they probably got pallets $1 billion. 6,000, 11,000. That's nothing. Let's see. I mean, for us, it's good. I mean, not drug money, but that's a lot of money for us. It'll help live, make a living. But I'm saying what they got in the hood, the mafia got here in the hood. He's not the mafia. This guy's not the mafia. The mafia, the Moab Piggles, they got most likely pallets of money, billions of dollars. That's nothing. That's ridiculous. Oh, let me see. Let's keep reading. So after Michael Torres' mother died in 2020, both Rodriguez and Evelyn had moved in. Amid their fight on the night of her death, Rodriguez began packing up her belongings to move out. A witness testified, and according to the witness, whose name wasn't disclosed in court, Rodriguez told Evelyn Torres she needed to leave as well. Probably because they're not paying rent. Maybe there was rent or something. And Evelyn got mad. But they should put more in details, like she has to leave because she's not going to pay the rent for it, or like what exactly is it? Like somebody's paying rent, and maybe they should. Why didn't they put that in the story if it's about rent money? Let's see. Evelyn Torres got mad. The witness said, "I remember her saying something about the family home." Rodriguez was still alive when the witness left around 1 a.m. The unnamed person called the police at 3:16 a.m. According to the search warrant affidavit, the officers found Rodriguez in the living room with blood around the recliner where she was sitting. Oh, that's sad. She was sitting in bowed, God bless her soul in the heavens, and on better days, sitting in bowed, testified strip in her basement. She had been shot close range. Okay, let's see. Partner's name. Bell testified it had captured the sound. The home had surveillance footage, camera, and Bell testified it had captured the sound of gunshots at 1:30 a.m. 5 in rapid succession. That's also what I had too. I had a camera. I had a couple cameras here too because the witchcraft going around, and I had the camera in my bedroom, and I would watch my family from my phone and record everything, and I could put it in my window and check the driveway when when I leave the house and pick up Alexis from school. And I had a little portable camera I could put and pick up conversations. And I picked up a couple conversations, and I knew there was guys messing with my family. They didn't say no names, but I know who it is, obviously now. But they just said, the lady said to my, you know what? Oh, where were you at? That guy, or the other one? With that one guy or the other one? And she said something, but I couldn't hear what it said. And this was already, the Mark of the Beast was out 2017, 18, 19, and I didn't make a fuss about it. I was just gathering my own information to see what's going on around me. And it was basically all of this beast business, and they're trying to steal my wife and daughter and trying to be king. But there's only one king of Israel, and he was a sleeper cell. Anybody who knew the prophecy is automatically counted out of the prophecy. And so I just want to say hi to my friends, Freddie. I'm sorry for your loss, and I love you guys, and praise God, praise the Lord for new worlds. And Freddie, her brother, when I went back to church, me and Freddie we used to have a lot of fun. We were just high school kids. We didn't even go to high school together, and it's a good thing because we were neighbors, and we spent a lot of time together, and it gives us. He got to make new friends, and like he was like into Green Day and like Smashing Pumpkins and alternative music, and I was like into deep house and hip hop and stuff, and we would get together on the weekend, and when he got his driver's license, we cruised to Hollywood and got some girls' phone numbers and stuff, and we didn't do anything but just to put it in the phone book. And don't tell Mom. When he got his driver's license, went to Hollywood, and he's a good driver. He was alright. We made it back. We didn't drink or nothing, and we weren't old enough. And so when I went back to church in 1996, and I was studying the Bible, I was studying